Chosen ones, listen closely. The call echoes through realms unseen. This is no coincidence. This is a divine appointment. If your soul has been drawn to this moment, it is because God Himself orchestrated your arrival. The hour has come. A hidden plague stirs beneath the surface, threatening to awaken, shaking the world not only in body but in spirit. You may feel the weight of uncertainty, a tremor of awe or fear, yet do not lose sight of your purpose. You carry light, sacred, unyielding, irreplaceable. You are the sentinels standing against the encroaching dark. The ancient fire that burns within you is not just inheritance, it is endurance. The radiant wings you bear are not decoration. They are your defense. They shine not for display, but for war, for light. They are both shield and torch, protection and promise. When the world begins to crumble, you will not collapse. You will rise higher. This is your defining hour. You are a warrior of the unseen, chosen to stand at the edge of chaos, destined to bring balance when all else falters. Your path leads toward a fortress of divine wisdom, a citadel of sacred power, where your light will confront the shadow that seeks to consume. God has given you a holy mandate, a voice that cannot be silenced. You are not bystanders. You are divine agents, carriers of heaven's intention. Every whispered prayer, every tear, every hope you've carried in silence has guided you to this very point. This is not about survival. It's about becoming the light that endures the storm. You were chosen, long before time began, for this exact moment. Before we step into the revelation that will change everything, take a breath and do 3 things. Press like to show heaven you're ready to step into your divine truth. Subscribe so we can unite a legion of 90,000 luminous souls standing together as one. Comment 99 as your declaration, a divine echo that your spirit receives this message. If your soul resonates, you will feel drawn to stay until the end. If not, the truth may pass you by, but those who remain will witness transformation. God has already equipped you for this season. Your assignment is set. This is the moment to prepare, to watch, to strengthen, to awaken. Stand firm. Stay alert. For now begins the message that shifts everything, a divine summons from the Creator, calling humanity back to its sacred path. A new kind of plague will rise, not of flesh, but of the spirit, a shaking meant to awaken, to return us to God, to restore the eternal alignment of our hearts. The earth's trembling will not be of stone, but of souls. This is no ordinary time in history. It is the turning point of all things. This is the hour of spiritual rebirth, and only those attuned and prepared will recognize the path unfolding before them. We are being summoned to vigilance, to remain anchored within the depths of our inner life. For what approaches is no ordinary trial. It strikes not the body, but the essence of who we are. We now enter a sacred season of introspection, of divine alignment. God is calling, and His cry echoes through every hidden chamber of the soul. This is the hour of unveiling, when humanity must confront its rootlessness, its distance from the source. The shift ahead is both a test and a summons, a call toward redemption. Only the awakened will perceive its purpose. Every great transformation in history has begun with a divine alarm, and this one resounds louder than ever before. It is not simply a warning, it is an invitation to reclaim the sacred heartbeat of existence. Those who answer will feel the shelter of divine protection enfold them. For others, the coming spiritual fog will become a crucible, an unseen trial birthing confusion, disorientation, and estrangement. The time of metamorphosis has arrived. A heavy mist descends, not of substance, but of spirit, an unseen veil enveloping both earth and soul. It cannot be touched, yet it will seep quietly into hearts and minds, whispering doubt, enticing distraction, pulling the spirit away from truth. This is not a battle of flesh and blood. It is a crisis of the inner life, a confrontation with the illusions that have shaped our existence. Its first signs will arise in the east, the land of ancient awakenings, but the mist will not remain confined. It will sweep across every land and every soul that has drifted from divine alignment. The world will feel it, not with the senses, but within the rhythm of its inner being. A stirring that refuses to be silenced. This fog is more than an atmospheric shift. It is a trial of faith. For the prepared, it will bring clarity, renewal, and return. For the unready, it will become a wilderness of wandering. And so we must ask ourselves, how many of us have truly tended the flame of faith? How many have kept our connection to God alive rather than surrendering to the endless marketplace of distraction? The mist will demand these questions be answered. It will strip away all pretense, compelling every soul to confront what truly matters. So ready yourself, because when the veil falls, everything temporal will lose its hold. Only what is eternal will remain. This is not the end of all things. It is the beginning of something divine. This is not apocalypse. It is Genesis. A new chapter of God's design now unfolds. The fog, though disorienting, is holy in its purpose. It will dissolve illusions and reveal the path meant only for those whose eyes remain open. This affliction is unlike any before it. It does not attack the flesh, it penetrates the spirit. It carries no fever, no visible symptom, yet it leaves emptiness, a hollowing of the heart, a severance from the divine. It twists the inner compass until the soul spins in confusion. This is no ordinary affliction. It is a sickness of the spirit, a subtle corruption that forces us to confront what we truly believe, what we truly value, and who we truly serve. Its invasion is quiet but persistent, designed not to destroy but to awaken. For even in this shaking, God's message resounds, return. Come home, reconnect with your source. Humanity has strayed far from the sacred path, and this invisible plague is the mirror reflecting our condition. For those who have drifted from faith, it comes as a jolt, a divine alarm. For the steadfast, it becomes a refining fire, sharpening their light until they shine brighter, guiding others back to truth. This disease is not wrath. It is mercy disguised as turmoil. It is not a punishment, but an invitation to devotion. Now is the time to return to your spiritual practices, to realign your soul with eternity. The world has chased wealth, applause, and illusion, but this sacred sickness will strip away what is false, revealing what truly endures, our bond with God and our love for one another. Will you answer the call, or allow the fog to claim your spirit? Its first shadows stir in the east, where ancient wisdom has long taken root. It is no coincidence that the awakening begins there, but the mist will not stay confined. It will move westward, sweeping across every land, touching every creed, every heart. No one will remain untouched. This movement is universal, and as it spreads, humanity will feel the urgency rising, a deep recognition that the hour of return has come. Some will resist its message, clinging to illusion. Others will surrender and awaken. Those who embrace the truth will find themselves drawn to God, their souls realigned to eternal order. The disease will both challenge and bless, breaking false foundations so that new life can grow. Will you rise and face it or let it overtake you? The chosen are summoned to stand firm, to strengthen their spirit and guard their inner light. This plague may not scar the flesh, but it pierces the soul. And the chosen will not be exempt. They will feel its weight more profoundly, for they are destined to lead others through it. Their faith will be tested, their calling shaken. But if prepared, they will endure as radiant beacons of hope. Preparation is not optional, it is sacred duty. The chosen must shield more than their bodies. They must protect their spirits. Stay rooted in faith. Seek divine wisdom. Resist the noise that clouds discernment. Keep the sacred above all. This is no season for comfort. It is a summons to rise, to lead, to guide the lost through the fog. This spiritual plague is a furnace of transformation. It will test belief, conviction, and the depth of connection to the divine. But for the prepared, it will birth strength, wisdom, and renewal. You were chosen because your spirit holds the power to endure, to illuminate, to guide others back home. This is your moment to shine. In the midst of this spiritual warfare, unity becomes the lifeline. Strength is not found in solitude, but in sacred community. As the fog thickens, the chosen must gather, anchored in prayer, in wisdom, in shared faith. Together, their collective light forms a radiant shield, an invisible force against spiritual decay. The company you keep will determine your endurance. Align with those whose purpose mirrors yours, whose hearts are tuned to truth. Together, you will cross the fog, uplifting one another through insight, intercession, and unwavering support. Community is both protection and amplification. Your united faith becomes a ripple of power, spreading far beyond your circle, awakening others still lost in shadow. Now is the time to unite, to forge bonds rooted in faith, love, and divine strength. Each chosen soul carries a role. Some lead, others support, but all shine as one. The fog cannot pierce unity of spirit. In days of chaos and fear, when the world feels fractured and hearts tremble, many will feel lost and desperate. Yet this very moment calls for trust. Trust in the unseen. Trust in divine wisdom. Trust that God is still in control. To surrender to Him is to find clarity in the mist, to see light where others see none. Divine guidance rarely speaks in thunder. It whispers through intuition, through signs, through sudden clarity. To hear it, you must quiet your soul. Open yourself even when the path seems hidden, for God's plan is unfolding in silence. The mist is not sent to crush you. It is meant to draw you closer to the divine. Trusting in the unseen is not surrender to fate. It is choosing to move with faith-led intention. To trust God is to act from alignment, not fear. Chosen ones, this is your moment. The storm approaches, but you have been prepared for it since before time began. While the world trembles under the weight of confusion and decay, you will rise, not as victims, but as beacons. Your strength is not self-made. It is divinely poured into you. God equips His chosen to stand firm amid trembling ground. Your purpose is not merely to endure the coming storm, but to lead others through it. When the fog deepens, you are the ones who see beyond it, the ones who carry calm when fear reigns, who bring direction where there is none. Your strength is not measured in might, but in spiritual steadiness, in devotion to God's mission. Amid chaos, you must remain centered. Your spirit must be fed daily through prayer, meditation, reflection, and communion with the divine. These practices are not rituals. They are lifelines, roots that hold fast in divine soil. This is active strength, born from deliberate faith and anchored love. The chosen lead not by words but by example, showing others how to walk through storms with peace, how to trust when nothing feels certain. The tempest rises not to destroy you but to reveal you. It is the stage of your ascension. Stand unafraid, for you do not walk alone. The breath of God sustains you, and through your calm, others will find their way home. When fear consumes the multitudes, your faith will be their lighthouse, a beacon guiding lost souls to the shores of peace. In times of upheaval, preparation is protection. As the coming spiritual plague shakes the foundations of belief, those rooted in divine peace will remain unshaken. Remember, peace does not mean the absence of storm. It means calm rooted in the heart of God. Such peace is cultivated, not granted. It grows in silence, prayer, service, and mindful reflection. It is built like a strong tree whose roots stretch deep into sacred soil. Your inner foundation, fortified through love, gratitude, and surrender, becomes your shield when the winds roar. Yet spiritual readiness must walk hand in hand with emotional resilience. Learn to master fear and uncertainty, to stand steady when others falter. Many will crumble under the weight of confusion, but the spiritually and emotionally prepared will become pillars, sanctuaries for those who wander. True peace is not the absence of fear, but the ability to face it while tethered to divine presence. If you prepare now, you will not only shelter yourself, but also radiate safety for others. Your calm will be contagious, your light magnetic. Build your inner sanctuary now, before the shaking begins. For this coming plague is more than a sickness. It is a sacred shift. The earth itself groans for awakening. The world's soul is stirring, calling humanity home to its divine origin. This transformation will not come gently. It will unsettle, it will burn, it will refine. But it will also birth something new. As the fog covers the earth, remember, it is not the end, but the prelude to divine renewal. And so, chosen ones, steady, prepared, anchored in faith, you will walk through the veil unafraid. You will lead others through the mist. You will carry the torch of truth, the light that no darkness can extinguish. You were born for this hour. You are heaven's response to the storm. Stand ready, walk in faith, and let your light burn bright. Amen.